So hello, this is Sprues and Brews.
Hello.
And there's another brand new game out. So we've had quite a few of these recently, haven't we?
There's been quite a few releases. It really hurt my wallet.
It's reminded me of the glory days of Games Workshop.
Yeah. Churning out new releases like there is no tomorrow. But this isn't just any new release.
No, it's not. It's something that I think a lot of people have been looking forward to for a long time.
How long have they been teasing this for? March, did we see the logo?
Yeah,
like that?
It's definitely been a while.
Yeah.
So it was during the Forge World Open Day, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Announced, but there'd been rumours of it, and obviously we'd seen Shadow War.
Yeah.
But what we've got today is, it's a heavy box, Necromunda, brand new edition. I think this is the third edition of Necromunda.
It's Dave's first edition.
Your first edition.
Because I've never played it. And I'm sure there's quite a few people who haven't played it yet as well.
Yeah, so a little bit of background first before we crack into the box then. It was originally released as a White Dwarf article called Confrontation, I believe.
Okay.
About small scale kind of skirmish fights in the hives of Necromunda. Followed by a first edition which had plastic gangers and the classic cardboard scenery with the plastic bulkheads.
Yeah.
Which still looks great today, obviously not as good as the Sector Mechanica stuff.
No.
This was then followed, I don't know, quite a while ago now, but maybe 15 years ago now, by just a rulebook release when Fnatic were the specialist games division at Games Workshop, and I think there was a few updated miniatures around then.
Because weren't they mainly metal?
Yeah, they were all metal. Apart from the two Goliath and Orlocks in the starter box, they were all metal, yeah.
Right.
So fast forward, and we've got brand new, all plastic, all amazing, Necromunda Underhive. Now, called Underhive because this, the new boxed game takes place in the kind of the sewers and tunnels and dregs of the hive that it's on.
Yeah, which sort of opens the doors for future expansions.
Well, yeah,
different places.
It comes with obviously a bit of card tiles to represent the kind of Zone Mortalis boards that Forge World do. Obviously, you could play it on the hose as well, which is brilliant. But then also, just like the old Necromunda, you can play it with your 3D scenery on a board, with rules in the Gang War supplement, which we'll have a look at in a bit as well.
Yeah, there's a Zone Mortalis board at Warhammer World.
Is it? We might have to have a go at that.
That might be quite good.
So let's have a look inside and see what we get.
Yeah.
So first off the bat,
they're very orange.
We do some new templates. In fact, there's no templates in 40k now, so this might be the only place to get it nowadays.
Yeah, the return of the templates,
which is really cool. So they're awesome. We get some Escher Sprues.
Look at all those bits and bobs.
Yeah, we'll put some proper
modular hair, Matt. Modular hair.
It's all about the modular hair. These are really nice models. So you get two of these. They're both exactly the same sprue, with an array of different weapon options.
Yeah, you got your whip there. Lots of stiletto knives, chem thrower.
One plasma pistol. I think I'm going to have to do some cutting and get.
Yeah, there's one there.
A guy with two of them. There's
very detailed, aren't they?
They are really nice. Now, there's not a huge amount of different combinations of the models. I think they will go together in a limited number of ways. But you've got all the customisable hair. Forge World will be bringing out upgrade sprues for these as well, which would be really nice. But I'm sure with enough, skills with a knife, you could easily convert these guys
green
up.
Stuff.
Yeah, like the leader has a trench coat and it's sculpted to the combi bolter and the whip. But I'm sure you could easily cut those up and swap out the weapons if you needed to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry. I didn't think all the bodies were there then, but they are. They're all there. So they're really nice. So they're the Escher gang. We also get the Goliaths. Now you like these guys, don't you, Dave?
I like these guys, yes.
So these are the big, beastie combat guys.
I love the look of some of these guys' weapons. I think my particular favourite, and I've just spotted it now, is the plasma. The combi plasma gun.
Ooh, nice. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Not to mention the massive axes.
Yeah, there's some really brutal looking close combat weapons here.
Yeah. Frail Escher, I'm going to want to be in the end of a massive hammer.
No, I'm probably want to try and avoid them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice models. A million times better than the old first edition Necromunda models.
Very cool.
They're cool.
Very cool.
Awesome. So we've got both the gangs, but that's not all the plastic you get in the box. Even though it's a more kind of board game style, there's more scenery and sprues and stuff. So we have this sprue here, which has some barricades and little objective markers.
The doors.
Little doors, bits of scenery to hide behind. The ammo crates are cool.
Tentacle.
Yeah, can't go wrong with a tentacle. Coming out of a sewer grate. I mean, that's probably ace. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff.
I was watching one of the streams of a Necromunda game where an Escher gang member got attacked by the tentacle. I think she survived.
Right.
But she was out of the fight for a while.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being too healthy for you, being attacked by a tentacle.
No.
So yes, that's really cool. Now, a lot of this we've actually seen on rumour engines as well over the last few months.
Yes.
The grenades and the little... I don't even know what that is. Some kind of like
a stand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a control point to open one of the doors or something like that.
Maybe.
Has it
Maybe
got
just like
buttons on it?
yeah, it's a little relic-y thing with...
Oh, yeah, it's got like...
Maybe some saint that once died in the Underhive and is now revered by the hivers. Who knows? They're really cool.
Oh no, these are the doors, aren't they?
Yeah, so these plastic doors. Now, we mentioned the plastic bulkheads from the previous edition of the game. Kind of a similar vibe to them, but obviously a lot nicer and more detailed now.
Yeah.
Loads of little cogs and hinges and stuff on the back of them.
It's all very Sector Mechanicus.
So we get instructions now. It looks like we don't get the full... I mean, I may be wrong. There may be the same instruction sheet in the book. But these are showing you how to build the gangers, the named gangers out of this game. They're really easy to put together though. There might be some parts that
I think the heads are probably the most challenging because there's quite small parts, but the rest of them look pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think what would be best bet is dry fit it first. See how your weapon options fit with the different hairstyles, especially for Escher, because some of them are elaborate hairdos that might not fit.
For the time being, I think I'm going to build them as they are on this sheet, and then once we know how the guns are working in the game, maybe then changing.
I might swap a few out, but I'm certainly going to pick up another sprue of these and for different weapons loadouts, and especially Forge will bring out some upgrade kits as well.
Yeah,
that'll be ace. And then the scenery pieces, just simple, few pieces each. Stands on the doors, lids on the boxes. They look cool. Awesome.
Bob's your uncle.
So that's all the kind of plastic bits. Oh no, we do get some nice bases as well, and they're all sculpted.
And you can buy these separate as well. So if you wanted to make the rest of your force match,
you
can
really nice.
pick them up. I think they're online only at the moment.
Are they? Oh, that's interesting. The Sector Mechanicus bases are really nice, and these are similar kind of styling to them. So yeah, really like them. They're good. You get a big bag of dice, 2 colours, one for each gang, I guess, which is cool. There are some dice that have come out with this.
As you mentioned it. So we've got the Escher ones. The Escher ones. So they're like a purple and gold.
Yeah, they're kind of like
yellow.
Yeah, and the nice little pearly kind of colour to them, with yellowy gold, which look cool.
And then we've got the Goliath ones as well, which is like a bronze and red.
Yeah, they all look really nice, don't they? Now, obviously,
like
you don't need to get these dice, but
we're proper geeks, Matt. Yeah. We had to colour coordinate our. Gang.
We did. That's just how cool we are.
Yeah. Do you want me to pop that over?
Yeah, put these down here. So next up, we have the Rulebook, which is quite a hefty tome, actually.
That's pretty big, isn't it? Considering you've got a separate book as well, which we'll come to in a moment.
Yeah, now my only disappointment is that the separate book isn't included in the box. Now, I know that obviously brings the cost of the box down. They did the same with Blood Bowl, which had a really good price point. Again, with the kind of more advanced rules separate.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see them included because... Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you can play the game with just this, and I get that.
Yeah.
So you've got the options.
Yeah.
They could have easily had a £100 box set with all the other bits in as well, so it's no big deal.
If you don't want to invest in terrain, then just buy this.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I think this is the only place you can get the rules at the minute.
Yeah.
Now, whether this gets released by itself separately, maybe.
Maybe it's an ebook if they don't want to do a physical release. I
suppose the only thing is there's lots of tokens and templates and custom dice.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but yeah, it looks really good. Obviously, we won't go through all this now, but really good artwork in it. Really nice format. What we'll do a proper review once we've had a chance to kind of sift through the rules and have a few games, and then we'll do probably a blow-by-blow summary in a video or a post on the site.
Yeah, give us a chance to actually not be noobs.
Yeah, we've literally just had the post arrive, so yeah, first time getting into the box.
Yeah.
You also get some reference sheets with all your actions and rules and stuff. They're both the same. So handy to have, especially when you're learning out the game, and even when we're comfortable with the game, it's nice to have a reference sheet with all your.
Sometimes you get carried away with yourself, so it's nice to pull yourself back in.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have a big wad of card components. The weight of the box that's been resting on me knee.
So you're going to have a combination of the tiles here, aren't you? And all the relevant tokens.
Yeah.
We'll let Matt get into it.
We'll probably jump cut to have this opened.
I wonder if these boards will be, I guess, very similar to the ones that have come with like Shadespire and the Blood Bowl pitches.
Yeah, the components have been really good from Games Workshop stuff recently.
They have, yeah.
I mean, they've always been good. I started playing when White Dwarf used to have a card section in the centre of it with scenery or little mini games, which coincidentally I think we're getting in the next White Dwarf in December. There's some cards and stuff.
Yeah, now they might be cut out because they have had cards in the last ones which have just been like the so yeah.
So the first sheet of stuff has got some templates and markers, and I think they're vision arc things, which are cool. And it looks like these tokens, like a lot of the stuff they've done recently, are double-sided with actions that are related to each other.
Yeah.
Shadespire was quite good at mixing up the tokens. And
that looks like it's an out of ammo.
Yeah, what's on the reverse of that one? On fire.
You don't want that. Don't want to be on fire.
Being on fire probably isn't the best thing to be in the world. So the rest of the tiles, and these are decent cardstock. They're the kind of zone mortality boards.
Oh, I see. They're individual tiles. They're not fold-out ones.
Yeah, so they're the same dimensions as.
And they're reversible as well.
That's cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I think our idea of having a little section of the board with an interior detail with these would be quite cool. Yeah, so they're the same dimensions as the Sector Mechanica scenery. There's what, 4, 8, 9 different tiles in total.
All reversible.
All
so
reversible.
That's plenty of diversity.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were a bit, not disappointed, but concerned that when it was first showing off having the tiles. I think they did really good. In fact, I'm thinking we could have some awesome 40k games using the Zone Mortalis rules.
Yeah.
We've got the bulkheads and the scenery and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, they look really good. We've got little bags for your components, which Games Workshop have been really good at including.
Yep, Shadespire came with a whole ton of them.
It did. Plastic range ruler, same as the one that you get in. Well, it's not the same, it's a different design, but it's similar design to the one in the recent 40k
8th
box
edition,
set,
yeah.
which is cool, handy. Obviously, I use a tape myself, but it means you can play straight out of the box, which is cool. And then finally, we have a big whack of cards. Now, I think there's a few different types in here.
Say finally, there's one other thing as well.
Oh, there is one other thing.
There is one other thing, which I think is quite...
Yeah, it is quite cool. So, in here we have tactics cards. Now, I think these work similar to Blood Bowl, with them triggering different actions and events during the game. So, have a nosy at them. Like this one here, counter charge. Pick a ready fight from your gang. They can make a standard move to the distance they can move, as though they were charging. The counter charge fighter cannot make any attacks, but can make reactions. So, yeah, I think like Shadespire, limited number of actions you can make, but these will be able to throw in curveballs, do additional moves, be able to maybe attack.
What I like as well about Necromunda, from the rules I've read so far, is that whereas in Shadespire if you charge somebody, the other person can't react by attacking you back, in Necromunda you can. So if I charged you and you survived, you can hit me back, as long as you're not obviously not down.
So you need to be careful with your positioning and make sure everyone's supported, and I think it's going to be a really tactical game, making sure you guys are in the right place, which sounds fun. Let's pass you those.
Yep, no problem.
And I believe these are now the... Yes, they are. So each character in your gang has a different card with all their details on. These
are like if you were to build them as they are on the box, these would all be all their names and stats and weapons.
So they've all got the names on, they've got the credit points value on there. So if you do just make them as they are in the book, you've got all the profiles and everything there.
Yep.
However, which is really cool, they also provide quite a lot of blank ones. So there's loads there. So you can do different loadouts for your characters. You can just create your own guys. Quite impressed with that. It does make the game a lot easier with little stat cards.
I was thinking I could name all mine after the Beatles members.
There you
Then I
go.
thought, no, that's ridiculous.
It's slightly ridiculous.
Ringo with a massive
with
shotgun.
Yeah. Just like in the actual Beatles.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the contents of the box. But the box itself is also
Yeah,
has a little
it's like
feature.
a room, isn't it?
Yeah, so it looks like you can add this to your battles. In fact, there's even darkened out areas of the box to put your door.
Yeah, so you can have like there's a lair, isn't it? It's like a
That's cool.
big emboss, you know.
Yeah, so it's quite a big plane surface you can make with just the tiles from the game. I'm
Yeah.
really, really impressed with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. So we'll pop this all back in here and we'll show you the other new releases out this week with
So what have we
Necromunda.
got there? We've got the tiles, rulebook and the cards, and I've just got the dice over
Yeah,
there.
so we'll pop this down here. So focus. So alongside the box, we also had the Gang War supplements. Similar size to the Blood Bowl Death Zone book.
Yep.
And similar kind of concept. So where the core rules are in the box, the more advanced stuff's in here.
So if you want to fight on the Sector Mechanicus scenery or just your standard 40k scenery,
Yeah.
you'll need this book because this updates all the rules. Because obviously, your line of sight's going to work differently.
Yeah.
Things like that compared to
There's
on tiles.
dangers of being knocked off platforms and
Yeah.
all fun stuff in here. It's also got the campaign rules as well, so you and a few friends can start running a Necromunda campaign. At the minute, we've only got rules for the Goliath and the Escher gangs in here, but I believe more are coming from White Dwarf or Warhammer Community.
I think
Teams for the Cults.
I think today the old gangers rules should have gone online, but unfortunately I haven't checked that.
Yeah, so they did mention that they should be on the Necromunda.com website
Yeah.
to download if you've got the old metal gangs.
And also, as Matt said, they're planning on bringing. Well, I believe they're planning on bringing Genestealer cultists and Chaos cultists.
Yeah, which would be cool because they'd fit in the Underhive. Also, the other 4 classic gangs I think are getting released throughout next year with Orlocks, I believe, in
First.
January next year.
Yeah. But it could be April time when we see the one after that because I think they're every quarter.
Yeah, I think it's going to be similar to Blood Bowl. We'll see a kit every quarter, which is cool. And then after that, sky's the limit.
Obviously, Forge World are going to be busy doing their thing. We've got the Beastman who's out. Well, he's out today
He's
as
out.
well.
Yeah, I think he's up for sale first tomorrow at the open day, and we'll be there and definitely pick one up.
Oh yes, he looks amazing.
So we'll do a little unboxing of him once we've got him, and he looks really cool. He's Hired Mercenary, similar to the star players from Blood Bowl. So he's a hefty investment to your force, and he's not going to get any experience, but he's a beast.
He's brutal. He gets the job done.
Yeah.
Which is what the Beastman does. One thing going back to the Gang War book, I've only had a very quick flick through. It does have some updated rules for the Zone Mortalis boards as well.
Does it now?
Which is interesting. And also the points costs on some of it has all the weapons in here as well, similar to the core rulebook, but some of the points have changed. And I think that's because some weapons will work differently in 3D terrain.
Yeah.
Some stuff might have had like the ranges increased, things like that.
Okay, cool.
So
So again, like with the main rule book, once we've had a proper read of this, we'll get a review up on the site.
more about
Brilliant. That's not everything that we've got.
I'm
though.
going to pass you yours.
Oop, yep. So we saw the cards in the main set. They've also released 2 sets of cards, one for the Eschers and one for the Goliaths. And again, similar thing. They've got 8 tactics cards usable by the gang, 12 generic ones that can be used by any gang.
So it'd probably be worth me in the future picking up the Escher one.
If they're different, well, I don't know if they are.
Yeah, we'll have to
look.
check that.
6 blank fighter cards.
So they'll be similar to the ones that are in.
Yeah, these ones have got the Escher logo on there, which is cool.
Yeah, mine's got the Goliath
So
on
let's
it.
have a look at the contents of this, because if they are different, that's quite interesting.
That's very Shadespire.
It is very Shadespire.
I do still need to pick up the Oryx so I can. 'Cause
Yeah.
apparently they've got some really good cards usable for all your warbands in there. So well, they're all Goliath. Let's get to the gang tactics. So okay, so my first one's Deadlock.
Preparation. I think they are
Desperate
different.
effort, distraction, thundering charge.
Yeah.
I think these are all different. So it might be worth, if you're going to get into Necromunda competitively, to pick up
both sets.
Both sets, even if you're not planning on using the warband.
Yeah, the again, more cards stamped with the logo on. Yeah, they've got your Goliath logo on there. So just very subtle in the background, but they've got a little logo on there, which is cool. Awesome. So I can't remember how much these were. About £8, something like that.
These were £8. Yeah, and I think oh no, sorry, these were £9, and I think the dice were £8.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
These have got the price on the bottom, and I know one was £1. Nope. Yeah, so they were £8, so I think these were £9.
That's not bad. And I imagine they'll bring out more sets of these with different events and maybe suited to different environments that we're fighting in.
Yep.
Obviously, at the minute, the first expansion just fighting over the Sector Mechanicus kind of scenery.
Yeah.
We might see rule sets for more open areas of the battlefield, or
that'd be brilliant.
Maybe inside buildings, but not quite as tight as
you mentioned as well. See, I'm new to Necromunda, but did you mention that vehicles made an appearance in some of the older editions?
I think we might have seen him in a
an expansion of some kind.
Well, not Gorka Morka was based on Necromunda and that had vehicles in. I don't think there was ever an official expansion with vehicles from Necromunda, but I think there might have been some rules in White Dwarf and chapter approved and stuff like that. It'd be cool to see, especially as we start getting more kind of heavy weapons and stuff in the game.
Yeah, even if they were just more like transports sort of things instead of having loads of guns.
I think
you wouldn't see a Predator rocking about, would you?
No, but you might see a Goliath tank.
Or a Taurox.
Yeah, I think that'd be good, and adds another element to the game. I think there's loads of potential for loads of cool stuff they could do with this.
Oh yeah.
There's mention of Xenos racers that live in the hives, and
Eldar got mentioned, didn't they?
Yeah, the officers are going to be all sorts of merchants.
There's. I mean, if you look at the Tau Fluff, they're always talking about the Watercast.
Yeah.
The Watercast, or is it the Earthcast? It's the Earthcast, isn't it?
Not sure.
One or the other. They sort of go around negotiating and spreading the greater good.
Yeah, and it's going to be far away from the eye of the Imperium. I believe there's some Imperial Fist station there, so you never know. You might see. Even if it was a single Space Marine versus a gang, that
or a scouts.
Or a scouts, yeah.
Yeah, that's possible.
There's the policing forces of the RBTs.
There's no reason why we might not see some Scions or something as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, the Lord of the planet is going to have his own personal PDF.
One character I'd love to see in Necromunda is an Inquisitor.
An Inquisitor would be cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's all sorts of no good goings on down in the hives.
Yeah. That's bread and butter of an Inquisitor, sorting out all the ruffians. And
see, all stuff like this, like Eldar and an Inquisitor and a Space Marine. We could see these as mercenaries that are quite a hefty points chunk.
Oh yeah.
But are, pretty powerful.
Yeah. So that's Necromunda. We're really looking forward to getting these built up and having a game, and we'll make a post sort of giving our impressions of the game. Yeah,
we'll probably get a couple of games in, hopefully film some once we've painted and built them, and then we'll give our impressions of the rule set, and all exciting times. If you have any feedback on Necromunda, maybe you've played it already, or maybe you're not interested, you just think it's a needless box game, let us know either on our social media channels or comment on this video, and that would be fantastic. Yeah, but until next time, we'll be down in the Underhive, so see you later. Bye.